Hi, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to my simple country life. Appreciate you stopping by. Trying to get some of the fall color in the background because my sister doesn't get fall color in Texas, and the trees weren't turning yet when she was here. So right now we just have the red bud in the background and the red leaves, probably from a sumac vine would be my guess. Anyway, I live in southwest Missouri and garden in USDA Zone 6B 7A. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those below. And please like and subscribe and share with your garden friends. It helps me grow my channel and I really appreciate it. Sorry about the hairdo. We're still letting it grow out, so it's still going to be crazy. So anyway, this is the October garden tour. Thank you so much for watching. I need to get these lance leaf coreopsis in the ground. Hopefully get that done this afternoon. And I need to find a place for that Rose of Sharon. So I had planted all of these with seeds. And the only thing that came up were these 4 lance leaf coreopsis. But that's fine because I've got more seeds that I can winter sow or I can direct sow in the spring. I'm very happy to have these 4 plants, the coreopsis, to add to the native garden bed. And like I said, I got to figure out what to do with that Rose of Sharon. Out of 8 cuttings, I had 4 make plants, and so I already planted the other 3. Now I've just got to find a spot for that one. Over here in the short deck bed, the daisies and the catmint are doing great. The bloomstruck hydrangea that I planted over here has put on some new growth, and hopefully it is rooting in well for the upcoming cooler weather. This blue star juniper is still struggling, but it's doing better than the other 2 in the other bed. And the apricot gift rose over here is doing well. On this side, the long deck border or bed is doing well. This apricot drift rose is going nuts with the blooms and the buds, and just look how gorgeous that is. I absolutely love this plant. It is fantastic. That one just opened today. So sweet. And it looks like the Shasta daisy is trying to bloom. These blue star junipers in this bed are not faring very well, so they're probably going to come out, and I'm going to plant more roses. I think this is going to be my rose garden. So we have all this Miracle on the Hudson rose here. We have 1, 2, 3 rose buds. And then back here, where I had planted the red knockout rose and the yellow knockout rose together, the red knockout rose has put on some more growth. The yellow knockout rose is, oh, I see some buds on the tip there. So, okay, so that one's going to survive. Thank goodness. I think those will look really nice commingled together. And then over here, this Miracle on the Hudson rose bush has got one about ready to open. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's a goner. And here we have another bud over here on the Shasta daisy that looks like it's about ready to open. Purple leaf sand cherry has gotten eaten up a bit by some bugs, but it's hanging in there. I'm curious to see what it'll do. It's grown quite a bit this season, and I'm curious to see how it's going to do come spring. Over here, the veggie container garden. All the veggies are gone. We still have hay hanging out, and we have some strawberries hanging out. So I'll be doing a lot of work in this area, doing raised veggie beds over the fall, winter, and spring. So I'm ready to get that started, to get these pots cleared out of here. I will be reusing some of them, but the dirt from the pots will be going over here in the pond area. So I started moving some rocks around. And so this is going to be the front border, and then all this will be filled with dirt up around the pond. My sister ordered, you can see those copper discs in there to help combat the algae. So she ordered those for me, and the algae does seem to be breaking up. And I just get out there and clean it up as much as I can, and then we'll let the copper disc do its thing. It's a safe, natural way of combating algae. It's safe for the birds and the frogs. So, yep, this will just be, got the rocks across the front. I'm going to put some rocks there, and that rock's going to get moved. I don't really, sorry, focus. I need to work on this area here. So I think those two cement blocks will have rocks on them, and then we'll have the rocks coming across here, and then the rocks on these two cement blocks here. And then there'll be like a little 2-foot path, and then I think it's going to be a 4x6 veggie beds, 2-foot path, 4x6 veggie beds, all the way down to the area where the gate's going to be on the new deck to get to the lower driveway and my shed. So, alrighty then, that's the pond. And here we are over in the St. Francis bed, and we have some blooms going on. We have a bloom on the salvia. The eastern redbuds looking a little sad, but still doing okay. The sweet spire is hanging in there. The purple coneflower back there, and the white coneflower up here has a bloom on it. And then we have some mushrooms, and then our sedum, the little devil 9-bark with its little green leaves. Hopefully all these will survive the winter. I'm really, hoping the best for my little bushes. Back there we have the indigo bush, another coreopsis, and these are the Missouri primrose, and then my yarrow. That is one of the stackies. Stackies are a member of the lamb's ear, or stackies. The smooth-leaved, like these, are native to North America. The fuzzy leaves are native to Asia. So, my magenta crabapple back there, if you can see down the bottom, has got some growth around the bottom, but I'll probably be taking off because I don't want this to be a bush. I want it to be more like a tree. But I am happy to see some growth on it because that means it's putting in roots and thriving. And so there we have the yucca, which I did not plant the yucca. It was planted all around by the previous owner probably 50, 60 years ago. It wants to be here, and we'll let it be here. And I did find out that yucca is bats like yucca, and since I'm trying to attract bats to my garden and plant stuff that bats like, definitely will be leaving them here. We have some coreopsis blooming back there, more coreopsis blooming over here. That's star chickseed is what the label says, but they're all types of coreopsis. My little fire chief globe arborvitae seems to be doing okay. Golden spirit smoke tree seems to be doing okay. The aromatic aster did have a bunch of blooms on it. Now they're mostly gone, but they're still very cute. And as you can see, I desperately need to get out here and weed, but I just haven't done it yet. So, especially back there in the back where I have all that little grass coming through. But this wild bergamont's doing good, and the baby wild bergamots are doing good. Wild stonecrop is looking happy. All the plants have really enjoyed the cooler weather, and hopefully we're going to get quite a bit of rain here pretty soon, and they'll enjoy that too. My calamint that I thought was dead is coming back, and I do want to get some of these leaves out of here because, I mean, we have plenty of places for the leaves to be, so I don't really want them in my garden beds because I know come spring I'm going to be wanting to work in my garden, and I'm not going to want to, I don't want to disturb the leaves. So I'm going to get them out before the insects get situated, and try to keep the leaves out of the garden beds so that come spring I can get out in the garden and work without disturbing any beneficial insects. That is my, I want to say gooseberry bush. Let me check the tag. Okay. That is the American Beautyberry. And we didn't get any of the pretty purple berries on it this year, but hopefully we will next year. My Muskingum dogwood is looking a little rough, but hopefully hanging in there. Need to put some more mulch around the base. But there's some more little coreopsis blooming over there. And then the coral bells are doing well, and the other indigo bush is doing well. We're up here by the garage flower pots now. The Bidens have been much happier, and the marigolds have been much happier since the weather's gotten cooler. The vinca, less so. Vinca's not happy. The catharanthus is still looking pretty good. Definitely want to plant some more of this next summer. The gomphrena, look at those blooms. Is that not gorgeous? That is just gorgeous. And is that gomphrena? You know, well, it has to be gomphrena, doesn't it? I didn't plant anything else in this pot. Sorry, my camera angle kind of stunk there. But anyway, that is beautiful. And if that's not a gomphrena plant, I'd like to know what it is, because I love those blooms. But I have no idea what else it could be, because that's all I planted in this pot. So anyway, the Bidens were looking really good last week. They're a little tireder this week, but still, they're so sweet when they bloom. And just a quick check-in over here on the Bruno bed. We will start talking about Bruno this fall or in the spring. But for now, we've got some lily of the valley bulbs. We've dug up everything else but the dwarf spruce, and so I do have some dirt to add to this, and I'll need to get some mulch to add to this, but I think mulching is going to be a spring project, and adding dirt is going to be a spring project. So this bed will definitely get some love come spring. Over here at the deck ramp bed, I've got my stacked pumpkins turned around to show the jack-o'-lanterns, since it is October now. The hens and chicks are still looking good. The blanket flowers are doing their thing. Love that the creeping phlox is staying green. Oh, it looks like I have a marigold over there. I pulled out some of them, but missed that one, I guess, and it's fine. It's happy. The silver mound artemisia, it's not looking happy. Maybe it'll look happier in the spring. There's one of my baby Rose of Sharon's that I propagated from hardwood cuttings. My little gnome couple. Rainbow ascot euphorbia. Catmint. Metal pumpkins. Rocky gargola. And some ceramic pumpkins. One of my favorite sign. Over here we have styrofoam pumpkins and a metal apple. And then we get closer to Christmas, I'll put Christmas balls in there. I think that'd be cute. My pink double knockout rose is happy. It's put out a lot of new growth. There's my other little gnome couple. That's the one my sister got for us. The Rockin' Pink Magic dianthus have been really happy this season. And there we have a wooden pumpkin. And there we have my hose reel that I just absolutely love. That thing has been a godsend. And so thank you again to my sister-in-law. My husband's sister gifted us that. The long fence border over here, I still have just the little metal gas can with the cement butterfly sitting in the top. I got that butterfly at Walgreens. And then we have our pink jaguar, our rosemary, mum getting ready to open up and look pretty. Butterfly bush has put on a lot of new growth since I transplanted it over here. And we have our blue elephant, some more mums, a baby dwarf Alberta spruce, which is not native to Asia, but it's cute, and I'm going to put Christmas lights on it. So this is trying to call it my Asian bed, and mostly planting plants that are native to Asia, but I wanted the dwarf Alberta spruce, and I can do what I want because it's my garden. Alright, beautiful yellow canna lily blooming. Mums. A little quick fire hydrangea. Look at that, it's got some new growth down at the bottom. So maybe it will be happy here. I hope so. And another beautiful yellow canna lily. And then that's where we planted the pinball wizard allium. These boxwoods are struggling. I don't know if they're going to make it, and I'm fairly upset about that. I'm not having good luck with, I didn't have good luck with hollies. I'm not having good luck with boxwoods. There's another mum, another canna. There's another one of my propagated Rose of Sharon's. More mums. Beautiful Juniper Nana Green Mound. I have 3 of those. Another blooming canna lily. For some reason, the white mums down on this end are not doing as good as the white mum, the first white mum I showed you, because I've got 4 of these planted, and 3 of them are not as happy as the one. It's my dwarf burning bush. I don't see any new growth on it, but I also do see some green twigs, so I'm gonna say that that's hopefully still alive. We have this baby mum trying to put out some blooms. That's where I planted the other pinball wizard allium, the other juniper, or second of the 3 Juniper Nana Green Mound. And I really love this mum. They start out one color and then they change to all different colors throughout their life cycle. Now when they get to the end of their life cycle, they're not that pretty, but boy, look at all that range of color. That is amazing to me. Alrighty, and there's the 3rd Rose of Sharon hibiscus. And I don't know what's going on with this water thing, but I think it's going to be going away because it keeps getting that red stuff in it, and I have never, when it has water in it, I've never seen a bird in it. So I think that's going to be going away, and I'll just set something else on top of the little cow donkey burrow. I'm really not sure what he's supposed to be, but he sure is fat and cute. And those purple mums, Like I said, these down here are just not as happy. They look a little dried out, but they've been getting water and some rain. Here's the other baby gem boxwood. It's looking better after I cut all the dead stuff out of it. So maybe this one will make it. Just waiting for the cars to go by. Bellini raspberry crepe myrtle. I think it's doing okay. Still love this little hut house, whatever it is. I think it's cute. More mum. Another juniper. Another sad mom. This Nandina seems to have put on some growth since it got put here. Did I show this one? I'm sorry, we're going to backtrack. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous flower. I can't wait until all of these are blooming, and I'll have the red and the yellow and the orange and yellow all blooming. I think that's going to look great. All right, back down here. And Nandina is doing good. The Golden Mop Cypress seems to be doing well. I absolutely love this, and I'm so happy to have it in the garden. So, that's the mid-October garden tour. Appreciate you stopping by, and y'all come back.